Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about something different. This is something I have never talked about. No, I have not. Today we are talking about the series Bridgerton. There we go. This season 3. So far, episode 1, which is what we're going to be talking about today, has got me in the chokehold. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with season 1 and season 2, but baby, once I found out that Penelope was Lady Whistledown, I was in it. We will be reviewing season 3, episode 1. Stay tuned. Don't mind if I'm looking down. I have my notes here, of course. This season has definitely opened my eyes. Just how complicated life can really be. I just can't imagine myself in that time. Season 3, episode 1 starts off. It starts off with the Featheringtons coming back into town, but they're not the only ones that's back in the town. Everybody's coming back from, everybody's back in the city, and it's like, poor thing, nobody really pays attention to Penelope. That's the sad part. And the whole time, she was Lady Whistledown. She was the one telling the whole. Who would have thought? Nothing has shocked me more than that. Honestly, that was the only thing that really kept me coming in, because I was ready to see if she was gonna get caught. But yeah, pretty much everybody's back to the same old. You see everybody with the Lady Whistledown pamphlet, just reading down the latest gossip. And in the pamphlet, okay, she is talking about all the newest food items that has been added to the menu. Yes, I call the girls food items because it's like I feel like they're just being hunted, you know? At this point. She talks about several ladies, but she pays particular attention to one of the Bridgertons, okay? The newest on the menu, okay? Francesca. I like Francesca. Francesca seems to be handling the pressure of coming out way better than her previous sisters. Francesca is coming out. She honestly is just like ready to just leave her family, okay? So, and she knows that the only way she can leave her family is through marriage. So she is just ready to get married to somebody so she can just leave that family and focus on playing piano all day long. Once she's finished talks about Francesca, she all of a sudden starts to talk about the hunters, okay? The men on the chopping block who are looking for wives. There's not really that much, I would say, pleasing to the appetite, but you know, in that time, it was all about the males, you know. The females were up for grabs, and it was up for the men to decide which and what they wanted. Nothing has changed, huh? Beginning of the episode, you see Penelope walking by the Bridgerton houses. Remember, the Feathertons is right across the street from the Bridgertons. And we all know that she is in love with, what? Colin Bridgerton, okay? So she is walking past the Bridgerton's house, doing her normal walk, right? And then she's like kind of spying on the Bridgertons because the whole family's outside of the house, okay, gathering up. But really, they're supposed to be leaving to go into Francesca's coming out party, okay? So that's why they were all out in front waiting for the carriage to come. But they happened to notice who's coming down the sidewalk is Colin. Colin back from his many travels, okay? He's always gone traveling somewhere, okay? Colin ain't about that life. Colin is like, man, y'all could keep this royal stuff. I am going to venture out and become a man on my own. His father passed away that we found out in season 2. So now we notice he doesn't really have a male figure to look up to. So that's why he's always just trying to figure out who he is. While he's coming down the sidewalk to come meet up with the family, he is crowded, okay? He is crowded by a bunch of women who is just thirsty for his attention, okay? They dropping gloves just to see if he'll pick it up. I guess back in those days when a woman dropped her glove and the man picked up the glove, that showed that he was interested in her advances, if you catch my drift. So Colin picking up all of it though. So, and that's the great thing about being a man during those days. you could definitely sleep around and nobody will harm you. You know, nobody will talk crap about you. Like that was the beauty of those days. Penelope notices that Colin is back, okay? And I don't know if she knows how to really feel about it. It's like she's always the outcast, the black sheep, you may say. So it's like, she knows she likes Colin, but she knows she will never have Colin. That type of feeling. There's also another Bridgerton that, you know, she is not too happy to really, I guess, really see because of what happened in season 2. Eloise and Penelope are not friends, and they used to be the bestest of friends. Remember, they live right across the street from each other, so they are like day ones. And the fact that they are not friends no more is really saddening. But it adds spice to the drama, okay? Why I say that is because you could tell Penelope is kind of trying to be friends with Eloise. She even apologized to Eloise, you know, trying to make amends of the problem that they had. But Eloise is like done with her because Penelope is Lady Whistledown. It made Lady Whistledown end up putting out Eloise, there we go, business out in the papers that she always writes. So, and Eloise had found out the whole time that Lady Whistledown was her best friend, Penelope. So that pretty much ruined their friendship because at the end of the day, what Penelope had put in the pamphlet ruined the name, not ruined, but it really tainted them, made them look bad in the papers, you know? At the end of the day, they are living in this royal community. It's like you don't want your name to be tarnished because it's not just your name alone going down, it's your whole family. I think that was terrible that she did that, but you know, you can still see that Eloise protects Penelope in a lot of ways. One, she has held her secret this whole time and doesn't plan on telling anybody, even though later on in the episodes going down this season, she might be forced to give up who Lady Whistledown is. But speaking of episode 1 that we're talking about now, she is protecting Penelope in ways that I don't even think Penelope is realizing. Which brings me to my next point, Cressida. Cressida is, to me, the snake. She is a snake. She is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, she is somebody you need to be watching out for. But I'll have to say this, okay? Seeing her friendship with Eloise is really changing my views on Cressida a little bit. One thing I have realized in my experience is that a bully doesn't really change who they are. Okay, they learn to adapt to their environments, but a bully will always be a bully to me. So the thing what I say about Cressida is, even though she is a bully, the moment Eloise tells her about herself, she calms down and relaxes and ends up telling Eloise something personal about her, why she acts that way. So it's like she wants to be understood, which most bullies don't care if you understand them. So I like that about Cressida. You know, she's working on me because before. Now, speaking of Colin, I have to say this about Colin. Colin has changed in many ways, especially looking back from season 1 and season 2. This season 3, Colin is matured. He's discreet. He is confident. You know, he speaks with his head up, his shoulders back. Like, you can't tell him nothing. And it's like, everybody tries to pry into his business, and Colin's like, who you talking to? Like, you know, he just changes the subject, which just lets you know, if you don't want to talk about something, you don't have to talk about it. You know, you could be like Colin, change the subject and do it discreetly. I love that about him. He's the type of person you could do something with, and he's tight-lipped. I like that. I like quiet, discreet men. Next up is who I want to talk about is Victoria, okay? The Viscountess. Viscountess? Victoria, I don't know if because her husband died while a lot of her children were young and some weren't even born yet. So it's like she was forced to be a single mom, you know, early into the parenting, because she's the type of person, she embodies gentle parenting. She tries to like steer her kids in the right ways by speaking to them. You know, she's not forceful, she's not aggressive. But I am finding out this season is like, you are little by little hearing Victoria's voice more. What I'm trying to say is like, she's not just letting her kids speak over her anymore. She's not just letting her kids think a certain thought about her without, you know, putting them in their place first. It's like this season, she's speaking up more, and I love that. I love that for her. Go ahead, Victoria. I'm there for her. This season also too, I just have to point it out. We're starting to see a lot more black characters, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Like, you know, we get a sprinkle or two, but it's starting to be more than just the norm, and I'm loving it. I am loving it. I don't know if that's really real. Like, did that really happen back in the day? I gotta do my research, but man, if it was, I hope in the past life I was royal. Yes. Who had their Cinderella moment? Penelope. Penelope got tired of looking like a lemon, okay? She got tired of wearing all these citrus colors. Penelope said, hell no, I'm going to do something different. And you know what really sparked the change in Penelope? So Penelope knew she hit rock bottom when her mother said, I know you will always be here to take care of me. When she said that, Penelope looked to the skies and said, I gotta get married. No. I'm not gonna be the one that's stuck here taking care of my mom. Okay, no. She went to the modiste and got a different dress, okay? When it was time to get ready to go to the ball, okay, she made the housekeepers give her a totally different hairstyle. She got her hair down now. She got her hair down now, okay? What color did she wear? I think she wore like an emerald color, like a gang green, a teal, with her red hair. Was she serving? Yes. If that's the spark we needed, where was her mama season 2? She could have been got married, been got up at that house, okay? She tripping. But she looked so beautiful, like everybody. I think even the music stopped playing for a little bit when she came down the stairs. Her sisters were jealous. Her mom was looking back like, why everybody like staring at us, you know? And nobody could get it until they got it, okay? But she was beautiful, beautiful. One thing I did also learn about Miss Cressida, okay? One thing I learned about her is that hatred is taught. Hatred is taught. It's not just in somebody's genetic DNA. You know, that's something that parents have taught their kids who become adults teach their kids, and it just keeps going down. That's how it's passed down. But honestly and truly, Cressida is the person that she is all because of her mother and her father. Both of them are both greedy, mean, like always trying to count on somebody else, like just sucking somebody else dry just to make their lives good. It's just like, no wonder Cressida is who she is. No wonder she like steps on Penelope's dress and ruins it, all because Lord, I'm gonna call him Lord D, okay? Lord D was giving Penelope attention, and because of that interaction, Cressida sees Lord Dibbling, okay, interacting and almost slightly flirting with Penelope, she goes and steps on Penelope's dress, the one Cinderella dress, okay? That was Penelope's coming out dress, even though she's came out to society, but that was Penelope's coming out dress. That was her makeover dress, okay? And the girl just goes steps and damages it. Why? In the episode, we find out, not in the episode, but in the season, okay? We find out that this whole time Cressida's really not this bully that we think she is. But she has to act that way because she has to get married. This is not a if or maybe for Cressida. She has to get married, okay? Her family's in so much debt that the only way they can really get out of the debt is if Cressida marries a lord, okay? A lord, which is almost as equivalent to marrying a prince. That's how much debt Cressida's family's in. But no matter what is going on in Cressida's personal life, that still does not give her the right of way to go and be a bully to people who haven't done nothing to her. No matter what you're going through in life, you still gotta hold your head up high and have integrity about who you are. You shouldn't have to, ruin somebody's chances just so that you can have a chance. I don't think that's gonna help you get a chance. If that chance is supposed to come to you, it's gonna come to you. But you damaging somebody's chance, like, what does that say about who you are? So, the best character of all time, in my opinion, in this whole Bridgerton series is Lady Danbury. Lady Danbury. She is the best. I don't care what anybody says. She is hands down the best. I don't care if you're talking about younger Lady Danbury or you're talking about older Lady Danbury. That lady don't play. That lady don't play. We should all aspire to be like that. Be discreet but get the job done. Get the job done, okay? Yes. And come to find out, she's the one that's hosting the ball. Of course. Of course. It had to be Lady Danbury. Lady Danbury, slowly but surely, she like pushes people together. She changes minds. She's an influencer, okay? That's what we call influencer. She is the original influencer. When you can influence the mind of the queen, baby. Oops. At this ball, I think Francesca Bridgerton is really starting to figure out that she really don't fit in with these girls. She don't fit in with society. She don't fit in with the norms. She, too, is a black sheep like Penelope. A sweet scene. Francesca gets asked to go to dance, and she looks at Penelope and she says, you know what, you should really get out on the floor because the wall is very hard to come off of it once you're on it. I'm a sucker for quotes. I'm a sucker for a positive saying. I'm a sucker for somebody saying something and it just like stops me in my tracks. And maybe, for somebody who used to do the best dancing on the wall, I needed a friend who could tell me that. I needed a friend to tell me, like, girl, stop busting that wine on that wall. Get on that floor and bust a wine on there, okay? Get the party started, because, man, I was killing that wall. But eventually, as you grow in life and you start to realize that your life is not promised to nobody, once you start to realize that all of our days are numbered, I don't even notice a wall. I don't notice a wall anymore. I go straight to the dance floor. That's what I want to do. I go straight to the bar. That's what I want to do. If I need a little liquid courage, goddammit, I do that. Okay, but the wall, who? I really love that scene. That was top tier. What I was trying to say is Francesca realizes that she's different. She realizes that she really doesn't fit in. She's talking to these eligible bachelors, and then she's starting to realize, like, really not seeing what I like, but at the end of the day, I have to get married. I have to get away from this big family of mine so that I can practice piano all day long and not be bothered. Notice too that Penelope is having her usual hard time trying to speak to men, trying to start a conversation, trying to keep a conversation going. She's sociably awkward. This is nothing new to us, but at least she's trying to put that that positive foot forward because she realizes she don't want to be mama's maid. The only eligible man that's really talking to her like she exists was Lord Debling. Lord Debling was talking to her like, But we come to find out, Lord Debling is really not looking for love. Lord Debling is looking for a housemaid. Oops. Oops. Penelope looking for love, okay? Even though she's just looking for a husband because she don't want to be mama's maid, at the end of the day, this is Lady Whistledown, okay? This is a romantic. This is somebody who romanticized everything. The girl is looking for romance. She's not looking for somebody she's going to see twice, maybe 3 times a year. But desperation does make us settle in unsettling ways, doesn't it? Shame. After Penelope realizes she's not having a good time. Okay, so she runs out of the ball, and while she's running out the ball, she runs past Colin Bridgerton. Colin is like zeroed in on Penelope this season. Like, he is locked in. He is, even though all these other women are after him, he's sleeping with all these other women too. But at the end of the day, it's like Penelope don't have to do much and she gets his attention. Like, what? Let me find out. Let me find out. He runs after her, and then when they start talking, I also realize, like, this man ain't talking to me for nothing. Like, he's an eligible bachelor. Like, he's not trying to talk to me for nothing. So she runs off. But the next day he comes back to her place, right? Remember, she lived right across the street. So he comes back to her place the next day, and they come to an arrangement where he's gonna, like, now be, educating her on how to get a husband. How many times have we seen this? Men and women can't be friends. Don't we know this by now? We try to act like they can be, and maybe some can be, but a lot of us cannot be. We can't be friends, okay? Attraction will build. The more time you spend with somebody, the more you're going to start to like it. The more y'all start hanging out, the more y'all start realizing, you guys have similar things, similar likes, similar dislikes. That whole friendship y'all end up screwing. Y'all end up sleeping with each other, and then y'all end up having that moment where y'all looking at each other in the bed and y'all start screaming. It happens, See this deal being made up, like he's going to teach her how to get a husband. I already know what's going to happen, but I'm here for it. I am here for it, okay? Penelope's mom ends up getting a visit from Walter Dundas, okay, from Esquire, okay? And Walter Dundas, okay, came to visit Penelope's mom to talk about a document that he feels is forged. This document says that once one of her daughters produces an heir, the house, the property, the land, and everything will be passed down to that heir. It just sounds like something that's forged to Walter Dundas. So Walter Dundas is like, okay, I'm gonna wait for one of your daughters to have this son, because if not, it'll be a shame to see someone else owning this house. That put her more in stress. She is really going to be on her daughter's behinds to have a kid. Not just a kid, but a son. Unfortunately, nothing got passed down to females, only passed down to males. So, we're going to keep an eye out for that. That was juicy tea, okay? Unfortunately, before Penelope even had this deal struck up with Colin, she was pissed off at Colin because Colin was kind of acting very secretive with her, even though he was showing that he cared. But when she would say things to him like, oh, you don't want people to see us together in public and stuff like that, so she kind of was hurt. But when she was hurt, she had went home and wrote some bad stuff about Colin. And remember, it's in her newsletter because she is Lady Whistledown. So that ended up coming out way before they had even struck up the deal, Colin to coach Penelope. So newsletter ended up coming out, and poor Eloise. Eloise is reading this, and it's about her brother at the end. She lets him read it, and Colin is pissed. Colin's like, I need to find her and stuff like that. Eloise is like probably holding a crap ton of poop in her stomach, because she is just like, oh my God, I know who Lady Whistledown is, and I know that they are friends. Also, in this episode, we end up finding the Mondridges. I'm gonna call them the Mondridges, okay? So Will Mondridge and of course his wife, I think Anne Mondridge. Don't quote me on that, okay? They end up finding out from Mr. Dundas, okay, that Lady Kent, which is the wife of Will Mondridge, okay, she left their son, Nicholas, an inheritance, okay? He pretty much became, well, he is the Baron of Kent. Just last season, these people were struggling to keep their bar open, okay? They were living like in what, a 2-bedroom house, okay, trying to take care of their kids and own the business and do all that. And now they don't have to worry about money, if ever. Their son was literally their lottery ticket. That's amazing. I'm so happy for them. But I already know, like, they're gonna need some adjustments, okay? They're gonna need to learn how to adapt, because they're gonna still gonna want to do their own thing, and can't do that no more, okay? Not when your son is a baron. You guys, let me know if you like this review of mine. I'm pretty sure I have, some changes to do, but this is my first one. I just wanted to make it because I know there's a lot of people that like to watch the Bridgertons like me, and this season so far, episode 1, I am hooked, baby. I am hooked. So please tell me if you like it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and also look out for the next video. I plan on doing episode 2, so look out for that, y'all. Thank y'all. Love y'all.